In the heart of East Jamaica, where faith meets everyday struggle, a ministry was taking shape, not built on programs, but on possibility. Adventist Possibility Ministries, APM, is a global ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Its mission to affirm the value, dignity, and purpose of people with disabilities, those who have experienced loss, the vulnerable, and their caregivers. 7 groups, 7 communities, 1 mission to reframe limitation as possibility and to reach a church where everyone belongs.
I am Sheldon Schooler. I was asked to serve as the director for Adventist Possibilities Ministries in East Jamaica Conference. Adventist Possibilities Ministries covers 7 areas. Yes, all 7 areas, and yet still we sometimes question if we should have included more. So we have those who are physically challenged, mentally challenged, those who are blind, deaf. We cover also vulnerable children, which includes those who are orphans and on the autism spectrum, those who are autistic, along with those suffering spousal loss. And you could lose your spouse in 4 ways: death, divorce, abandonment, and separation. And the last one we believe is key and crucial are the caregivers. So those are the 7 areas that we cover in Adventist Possibilities Ministries. It is not just a program. We believe it is God-sent, God-designed, and Spirit-led. In Adventist Possibilities Ministries, we serve with our heart and with our all, because these individuals who would have suffered loss or any other type of things that are, well, that we sometimes believe will make them marginalized, we seek to give them care from our hearts and let them feel acceptable. And we know that each person is valuable in the sight of God. So we care for these 7 areas in a special way.
From the onset, APM meetings were more than gatherings. They were classrooms, equipping pastors, directors, and church leaders with both the philosophy and the practice of inclusive ministry. Leaders were taught to identify members in need, organize outreach, and increase representation and awaken advocacy. APM directors are to be board members, as outlined in the church manual. At the Constant Spring Seventh-day Adventist Church, Elder Lowenfield and Sister Terrian Elaine were doing something extraordinary. As parents of a child on the autism spectrum, they turned their personal journey into a public resource. Their YouTube channel, Autistic Edge, offered accessible, experience-based advice for parents, educators, and caregivers, blending practical strategies with spiritual grounding. Sabbath school lessons and Bible stories were also featured on the channel. High in the hills of eastern Jamaica lies Hagley Gap, and it is here that Adventist Possibility Ministries wrote some of its most moving chapters. In April 2023, Brother Walford Williams of the Hagley Gap SDA Church received a compassionate grant totaling $380,000 secured through APM's intervention with the Ministry of Health. The grant assisted in covering the full cost of his hearing aid, restoring his ability to communicate, worship, and engage with daily life.
It was an elated, very, very good experience for both the church and the community that Brother Williams received. He's from the church. He received an hearing aid, and it worked greatly for him because he had challenges both at church and in the community and at work, so it helped very well. And for Shatana, trust me, she's from the community, so the community rallied around, and we are in great moment for the church. Truly, that persons look and see that God is truly working things out.
Just 1 month later, in May 2023, Shantana Francis from the same community received financial assistance for mobility training at the Society for the Blind. She completed her training and today attends church regularly. On August 1, 2024, the Central Jamaica Conference hosted a sports day at the Willardine Group of Schools on Brunswick Avenue in Spanish Town. The Hagligap team, 4 church members, 1 community parent, and 3 ACS leaders competed with heart. They returned with 5 gold medals, 4 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals. But beyond the medals, they returned with something greater: renewed dignity and belonging. In March 2023, the East Jamaica Conference welcomed the late Mr. David Shokare, a representative of the Free Wheelchair Mission, to its headquarters at 74 Constant Spring Road in Kingston. Over a dozen participants gathered: EJC directors, pastors, administrative assistants, ACS Federation members, for an intensive hands-on training workshop. Participants learned to assemble, troubleshoot, and quality test the 3rd-generation wheelchairs. Equally important, they learned how to deliver a wheelchair with dignity, compassion, and purpose. Because, as Mr. Shokare reminded them, this is not a transaction, it is a ministry moment. From March through November 2023, over 20 wheelchairs were distributed across the conference territory and beyond. In 2024, the partnership continued, with fewer than 10 additional chairs issued. That same year, Brother Woodbine became one of the first 2024 recipients. He also received an orthopedic boot for walking assistance a few months after. An informal partnership with Tank Weld Metals was also forged over this period, supplying wheelchairs upon receipt of a letter. Through APM weeks in 2023, 2024, and 2025, additional assistive devices were issued, including canes, crutches, walkers, knee braces, orthopedic boots, and ankle bands, each one reducing dependence and restoring independence.
Our wheelchair ministry spans almost every sickness, condition, and situation. From you not feeling well, getting ill at church, we provide wheelchairs for churches for those situations, to those who would have suffered amputations, strokes, and other illnesses that would have prevented them from being independent or as mobile as they would want to. So the immobility would have increased the need. And nowadays we realize that more persons are requesting wheelchairs. More churches are requesting wheelchairs. Just recently, after giving a church a wheelchair for an adult, the church wrote asking or requesting for a child wheelchair because of a situation that happened, saying that that wheelchair was too big. So what this does is remind and also revive the independence of those who receive. They would now be smiling from ear to ear, understanding that I am a little bit more mobile. I have the independence now to go in, if it is possible, by themselves and to move around. Oh, it is a heartfelt thank you that we get from every recipient that receives wheelchair, because they know exactly what it would have done for them and how it can impact their lives.
In Portmore, just minutes from the East Jamaica Conference borders, a church exists where faith is spoken in a different language. The Seventh-day Adventist Deaf Church, located on the Portmore SDA Church compound, was born from the vision of Pastor Carl Cunningham and his team in the East Jamaica Conference. He trained interpreters, organized Bible classes, and facilitated worship until the church was formally established in Central Jamaica Conference in 2016. Today, over 40 members from the East Jamaica Conference worship at the Deaf Church. The head elder, Leneve McLeish, and most interpreters are from EJC. In 2024, the Shortwood Church hosted the Deaf Church for a full Sabbath from Sabbath school to Vesper, a landmark moment of unity and inclusion. Pastor Keneal Morgan, pastor of the Deaf Church, has worked closely with Pastor Schooler to give pastoral care.
I attended North Street Seventh-day Adventist Church, baptized 94, and saw them doing signing, and I get interested, and from there I started. A person by the name of Goldsmith, Johan Goldsmith, who started teaching us signing, and from there I picked it up until now, continue doing it. It was started in North Street, Seventh-day Adventist Church, and then it extended to the Portmore Seventh-day Adventist Church. The deaf wants to be a part of everything. I want to involved in everything. They wanted to be self-reliant, doing their own thing by themselves, and they wanted recognition to be a part of the Adventist Church. So the church was established by Pastor Quadrennial. I don't remember which year it started, but from there we continued at the Portmore Estate Church. So we have a little space up the top of the, we call it Arian Church, but we have a space up the top for the deaf them alone. Thankful for that they have to learn this message, and that they understand the truth about the message, and knowing that all the other message around is not what the Bible says, because Adventists speaks the truth. So they are thankful for that part, and understanding the message clearly.
In 2023, APM launched a 4-series article campaign on the EJC website, ejcsda.com, under the Possibility Ministry Department. Over 4 months, contributors from the East Jamaica Conference and Central Jamaica Conferences penned articles that educated, sensitized, and engaged the community. April brought 5 autism articles, one of which was picked up by The Gleaner to mark Autism Awareness Month. May brought 4 articles on the deaf community. June focused on the blind. And July delivered 5 articles on disability etiquette, including a powerful excerpt on intellectual disabilities, reminding us it is okay to be different. On March 21, 2024, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Jamaica made a public declaration of intent. At Andrews Memorial SDA Church, the Assistive Technology and Health Symposium brought together the Jamaica Union Conference, East Jamaica Conference, Andrews Memorial Hospital, and ASI, Adventist Layman's Services and Industries. At the symposium, 10 wheelchairs were formally donated to the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities. A commitment was made to donate 150 wheelchairs in 2024, valued at over 9 million Jamaican dollars. The East Jamaica Conference also contributed additional wheelchairs and assistive devices collected at their headquarters. Pastor Levi Johnson, Executive Secretary at the Jamaica Union, highlighted the union's pioneering role, dedicated an entire week annually to Possibility Ministries, long before the global church adopted a single day of recognition. Elder Donmain Giles, CEO of Andrews Memorial Hospital, called the collaboration a union of faith, compassion, and service.
I am diabetic, and I lost my legs in 2022 to be exact. And then I becomes a member of the Possibility Program, because Pastor Schooler was my pastor at a time. He had invited me in the ministry because he's the leader for the ministry. And I was a recipient of a wheelchair which helped me a lot. It moved me around, and I don't know what I would do without that wheelchair at the time when I got it. And soon as I was ready to walk, I was a recipient of one of the orthopedic boots that helped me to move around without the wheelchair. Help us in our mobility because of not working and not moving up and down. It helped me to exercise my hands and all of that. So all in all, I will say that the Possibility Program helps me very, very well. And I give thanks for that, and give thanks to Pastor School for appreciating and all that they have done for me. And I think it's a good program.
Possibility Ministries Week 2025 ran from March 8 to 14 across the Jamaica Union of Seventh-day Adventists under the theme, I Will Give. The week opened on March 8 with a celebration in churches across the Union. On March 10, 3 powerful seminars launched at 7 p.m. Child Protection, presented by Andrea Patterson of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency. Mental Illness by Dr. Dudley Hussein, JAMU Health Ministries Director, and Blindness by Sean Harvey, Guidance Counselor at the Jamaica Association of the Blind. On March 12, a special Wednesday night prayer service, Prayer and Me, followed at 7 p.m. All events were accessible via Zoom. Alongside this, the Inter-American Division hosted its online Possibility Ministries retreat from April 9 to 13, 2025, beginning at 5:30 p.m. Miami time, featuring virtual tours, seminars, a musical concert, and an innovative Sabbath school experience open to deaf, blind, bereaved, caregiver, and disability communities across the division. In January 2025, a letter from the President's Office and APM Department went out to the entire constituency, a reminder of the Disability Act of 2014, which came into effect on February 14, 2022, urging churches to become compliant. One church answered immediately. On July 5, 2025, Sandy Park SDA Church dedicated a brand new accessible restroom designed for individuals with disabilities and incontinence, ensuring dignity, safety, and full inclusion. The project was led by Pastor RuPaul Livingston and the building committee with the support from both members and community volunteers.
Well, I'm sure that they would take it in a positive way, in a positive light, because they need the restroom to use. A lot of the times they come to church, if it's not there, we recognize that they would have to go home early. And so, given that we have recognized that, we decided that we were going to build an accessible bathroom or restroom for the disabled. For all the churches across the conference that have not yet build a restroom for those persons, I would say to them, get on board quickly, not just to avoid issues concerning the law, but just to show and to let people know, because they are looking on, and let them know that we care. And if we care about those who we worship with, others will see Christ in us and come to follow.
Over 4 years, Adventist Possibility Ministries in the East Jamaica Conference has trained leaders, distributed over 100 wheelchairs, funded hearing aids, sponsored mobility training, endorsed the YouTube awareness channel, Autistic Edge, published over 18 articles, hosted symposiums, and dedicated accessible church facilities. Yet one challenge remains. Despite 4 years of requests, fewer than 10 churches have submitted their APM membership list. The work is growing, the need is real, and no one should be left out.
A letter was written a few years ago requesting the list of Adventist Possibilities Ministries members in your churches and by extension your community. To date, a little less than a dozen were submitted, and we're asking that as you realize persons are in these 7 areas, to send us the list, because we want to know these members who are in our constituency and also those who are in our community. So as we plan for them, we will know how best to gear our programs towards ministering to them. So send in your list. Thanks much.
All are needed. All are treasured. All are gifted. This is not a slogan. In East Jamaica Conference, it is a way of life.